joining us tonight is the Council CEO, Kganki Matabane. Good evening, Mr. Matabane. Thank you for your time tonight. Of course, you were amongst the organizations that very much welcomed the changes at Eskom, including the installation of Andre de Ruyter as its CEO and the current board. You trusted that they would be the right people to steer Eskom in a different and stronger path. Why have you changed your mind?
Evening, Kathy and the viewers. We have welcomed the appointment of Andre. We thought he was going to bring stability that we needed. And now we are here 2 years down the line. Instead of things improving, they're getting worse. And if things are not improving, it means the leadership is not doing its job, and they must be held accountable. We had COVID, and a lot of companies had to close down. Now we're trying to recover the economy, and the President Ramaphosa did indicate when he presented his economic recovery plan that power supply and the security of power supply are very, very important for the recovery to happen. And now we were of the view that 2 years is enough. We should have by now at least have a clear plan of when the load shedding will end, and that is not there. It's outstanding. You wake up, there's no load shedding. 2 minutes down the line, there's a stage 2. 5 minutes later, there's stage 5. We really can't work like that as a country. We need stability. We need predictability, and indirectly, Eskom is introducing policy uncertainty because we're not going to get any foreign direct investment at this rate. There's no international investor who's going to want to come to a country where there's so much uncertainty and unpredictability when coming to supply of electricity.
One thinks about what President Cyril Ramaphosa had to say earlier today when asked on this very question about not just the lack of progress, but what accountability in this situation would look like. You were calling for the CEO and the entire board to be sacked. The president says the problems are complex and they'll take a long time to resolve. And certainly, as far as he's concerned, there don't seem to be any plans on the agenda to get rid of some of the senior executives at Eskom. Where does that leave you?
Yes, we will continue to call for the president to take action because we need certainty in the country. And at this rate, we're not going to get it. I'm looking at the past 2 years. We should be getting better, but this year alone has been, we've seen the highest blackouts in the history of South Africa. So it tells you nothing is improving. The economy will never recover. The rating agencies are likely to downgrade us mainly because of having no electricity. So it's important that we raise this issue very sharply, and we will have a meeting with the president to raise it with him as well, because we need a solution. And so far, there's no solution. And South Africans are not necessarily unreasonable. We need certainty to say there's going to be load shedding in the next 5 years, but we know after 5 years, there won't be any load shedding. But we're sitting here 13 years down the line, nothing has actually improved. Things are getting worse, and Eskom is too big to fail for the country. If it fails, the country will go down.
Mr. Matabane, you've ended your statement by saying that you are going to be calling for an urgent meeting with the President and with the Minister of Public Enterprises. Any timelines around when exactly you're hoping this meeting would take place?
Yeah, that is dependent on their side, but we're hoping it will happen probably by the end of this week.
All right, Black Business Council CEO Kganki Matabane, and of course, as you heard there, the calls that they're making for the Eskom CEO Andre de Ruyter and the entire board of Eskom to be sacked, as they feel that they're not making any progress with turning things around at the state utility.